there, and welcome to the Contentment Creator Podcast, the podcast designed especially for creative entrepreneurs just like you who are committed to a beautiful life that's rooted in courage and contentment, and that's blooming with creativity and prosperity. I'm your host, Ellen Broen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. This podcast is designed to become a part of your daily routine to help you, fellow contentment creator, dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire in just a few inspiring minutes each day. Each episode will focus on how it truly is possible for you to be and have all that you desire through leveraging creative and courageous perspectives and practices. Please follow and rate this show on whatever podcast app you listen on so you never miss a day, and join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators. Each Thursday, we talk about consistency, and today's episode is all about the power of a shared vision. Consistency in marriage is a little like a road trip that never ends. There's stretches full of straightaways that are predictable and even a little monotonous, harrowing twists and turns up around mountains that make you a little carsick, and detours that make you U-turn down random-ass dead-end streets. Marriage is two people in a car moving through space and time in a world in constant motion, experiencing both consistency and constant change simultaneously. But here's the thing about consistency in marriage. Consistency has nothing to do with rigid routines, staying the same, or getting everything perfect. It's the clarity about what direction that you're both moving towards. When you and your partner map out a shared vision, you have what you need to navigate any impasse or fork in the road. We're going to explore what consistency looks like in marriage from the macro level, toward those big overarching life goals, to the micro level, where it shows up in everyday conversation. So let's start big. On the macro level, it's wildly impactful to create not only a personal vision for your life and business, but also to sit down with your partner and craft a shared vision. Depending on the season of life you're in, that might just be 6 months or a year to focus on an immediate goal together. Or it could be 5, 10, 20 years out if you're thinking about the kind of family life and career paths that you want to shape together. It's important to factor in what common values you share about life, in family, and within your relationship, and then operationalize those values just like we discussed in the episode Values-Driven Leadership. With clearly named vision and values, it's like navigating life's endless road trip with a map and a compass, rather than a hope and a prayer. Ultimately, these navigation tools are not about turn left here, pull in right here, but rather they set the due direction and define what kind of trip you want this to be. Do you both seek freedom and adventure at every opportunity? Or do you prioritize serenity and peace highest of all? Do you want an RV full of kids? Or a top-down convertible for two? Are you playing I Spy together? Listening to music separately? Or sitting in companionable silence? This drawn-out metaphor directly translates to casting a vision for a shared life with your partner. Having an open conversation about the kind of life experience that you want on a big picture level is the ultimate source of consistency in marriage, because you become co-navigators in the determined direction, and you co-create desired experiences. Without a shared vision, instead of consistency, life can occur more like coasting. Now let's zoom in. Consistency in marriage isn't just about the big picture. It's also about how you show up in the little moments. One powerful way to create consistency is as simple as casting a vision for your conversations, especially when they're tough. Imagine this. You're about to have a big conversation with your partner about a major life decision. Instead of diving straight into the logistics, you take a moment to set the tone. You say something like, Here's what I'm hoping we can get out of this conversation. I want us to feel connected, heard, and on the same page about what's next. Or, you know how we both value growth? Well, I see a path to my growth that I want to take, and nothing would make me happier than having you by my side. Can I paint a picture for you? This simple act of sharing your intention or elevating the conversation with values and vision creates clarity and consistency in how we can show up in partnership. It's like inviting your partner to see the same horizon you're looking at. If you're trying to get your partner on board with an idea, start by sharing the vision that inspires you. What do you see for your lives together? What core value does this connect to? Leading with inspiration sets a deeper context and allows your partner to see the heart behind your request. So many of us expect our partner to resist an idea that we start arguing for our case preemptively, and therefore pick the fight we sought to avoid. Starting with the vision creates consistent partnership in life's little big moments. Consistency in marriage isn't about monotony, it's about alignment. It's about coming back again and again to the vision that you've crafted together and using it to guide your decisions, big and small. It's also about giving each other grace, because let's face it, you're not always going to be on the same page at the same time. You'll change, your partner will change, and the world will throw curveballs you didn't see coming. But with this approach, you'll have a map to find your way back to each other. So grab a notebook, pour a cup of coffee, and dream a little with your partner in your next stretch of quality time. Bon voyage to you both! Tune in to tomorrow's episode if you're like me and seek to build a marriage without the martyrdom. If you enjoyed today's episode, please show your support by rating and reviewing in your app of choice. It would truly mean the world to me to hear from you.